go.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Small Business Social, the podcast where we celebrate makers, dreamers, and doers building big things in their communities. I'm Verikas.
And I'm Steve Seymour.
And we're here to shine a light on small business owners and experts who inspire us all. So tonight's episode is brought to you by Seymour Media, helping small businesses thrive with commercial photography and video, and the Bristol Bazaar, your go-to spot for the perfect gift. Today, we are back, and we are here with Dawn Nielson and Justin Malley from Bristol. Hi, guys.
Hi there.
I am so excited. One, we've been off the air now for a few weeks, so This is our first time back in studio, and I'm so happy it's with you guys. So I would love if you guys could take a few minutes, introduce yourselves, tell the listeners and viewers a little bit more about yourselves, what you do for the city, with the city, and then we can dive into all the things small business. But Justin, you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So I'm Justin Malley. I'm the Executive Director of the Economic and Community Development Department for the City of Bristol. So I've worked with you over the years. The Economic and Community Development Department, we call it the ECD. We work with what our title says, right? Economic and Community Development for Bristol. And a lot of folks ask me, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to describe quickly, but I tell folks that from the perspective of local government, we do what we can to enable business growth, right? We create an environment in Bristol that is conducive to business growth. So that means working with entrepreneurs, those who have not yet started a business but are thinking about it. We work with new small businesses. We work with small businesses that have been here for 50 years and a lot longer. We work with businesses of all different sizes and shapes. And then we also work on selling city-owned property. So the Center Square site downtown, the ECD coordinates a lot of the work that happens there. We have industrial property that we work on and try to sell to industrial users, distributors, anyone that's appropriate. We get involved with zoning, a little bit of everything. But one of the exciting things that we do, though, is marketing. So I want to flip it to my colleague, Dawn, to talk about marketing.
Sure. Hi, Dawn.
Hi. So I'm the Marketing and Public Relations Specialist for Economic and Community Development.
That's a big title.
It is. So basically, my job is to promote everything Justin just said that the Economic and Community Development Department does for small businesses and for the community. So I not only work with businesses to help promote them and what they have to offer the community, I also work with community groups, nonprofits, anything that might be happening in the community we want to promote. Tourism, right, to get people from outside of Bristol to come here and visit us and enjoy everything that the city of Bristol has
What do you
to
do
offer.
as far as the tourism goes?
The tourism part, it's mostly marketing, just working and partnering with our tourism businesses like compounds.
Oh, okay, I see.
All the businesses that are unique in Bristol, the Bristol Bazaar, any businesses, our brewery, any businesses we have in town here that would benefit, all our dining options that would benefit from people from outside of Bristol coming to patronize them.
Well, and go ahead, Justin.
I was going to say, Dawn's also influential, the tourism, the state tourism.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
Okay,
You read my mind.
All right.
Yes.
So I also sit on the board of directors as well as the marketing committee for the Western Connecticut Tourism District. The state of Connecticut has 3 different districts, Western, Central, and Eastern. And CARE also sits on that board with me. And our job is to work with a group of people to promote everything within the Western Connecticut region, which encompasses Litchfield County, Fairfield County, and the Naugatuck Valley. We're kind of like in the middle of all those.
Yeah, it's a really impressive group for anybody who's listening, who's in the state of Connecticut. If you're a business owner and you're interested in bringing tourism or working with those types of folks, I've only been on a couple of calls and I've already fallen in love with everybody who's there and involved. And I'm trying to find my ways after the holidays to get more involved, but definitely take some time to look into it and find a way to connect with those folks, because Dawn is full of wonderful connections, as is Justin. I can attest to that over the last couple of years. And again, we can dive into more about why you should be connecting with amazing folks like these in your local areas. But I don't want to take away, Dawn, from what you started to chat about.
Yeah, so we not only promote Bristol within Bristol, it's on the state level as well, which is very important.
And how cool is that we have Bristol business resident, Bristol, Dawn works for the city of Bristol on that board,
Yeah,
right? Like we want that
absolutely.
influence to represent Bristol. So that's great on behalf of
Yeah.
Bristol residents and Bristol
Yeah.
businesses. So that's awesome.
It's tremendous. It's something that not every town or city really has access to or is taking advantage of, I guess I should say. So I
Yes.
think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and as a result, we've gotten a lot of recognition Bristol has on the state level.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
They came here to the Bristol Bazaar to unveil their new branding a couple of years ago, right? That was like 2 years ago
Yeah.
already, I think.
Yeah, that was right when we opened.
Yeah, that was amazing. So because the Bristol Bazaar was such a unique business that they felt it needed to be promoted. And I know you've been working with them since, Care.
Yeah,
To get
yeah.
recognition. And you were just at the Big E. You got
We
invited
were.
to the Big E.
We
so-
were. It was tremendous.
we-
And Anthony was on the show.
Yeah.
I think he was our first.
Anthony.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Anthony.
Anthony.
yeah.
So
That was a cool dude.
we
I like
put
that guy.
Bristol on the map
You did.
as a result.
That's
Truthfully, yes. And you've been in the most positive way, relentless with all of your marketing efforts for the city. I know when I was sitting on the ECD board, you were doing a lot of work on the website and bringing that up to speed, which I think is absolutely beautiful and full of wonderful information. But I know you brought some really great stuff to share with us today about some updates on things you've been working on.
Yeah, and if you want to promote who did that for you and stuff like that, you can.
Sure. So we worked with an ad agency recently. In the last, I want to say 4 years for sure, our demographics have changed here in Bristol. Our largest population are 20 to 39-year-old age group right now here.
Wow.
We have over 18,000 people in that age group living here. 4 years ago, the largest population was 50 to 59-year-olds.
That's a big swing.
So that has
Wow.
really, so we have to shift gears when that happens, right? And we want to market to them. We want to make them aware of all the amenities for that age group.
So do you basically have to switch your whole gearing system?
It's not
Because
a
it-
switch. It's just we're
Or is
not
it
going to
more of an
stop.
update?
We're not going to
Right.
stop what we've been doing.
Okay.
But it's actually a special project to focus in on
supplement.
this.
It's supplement.
Oh,
what we've been
supplemental.
doing.
Okay, I see.
That's
Yeah.
probably a better
and
word.
it's fascinating just for me to listen to the works group and Dawn and others just talk about, like, really get that in depth about what appeals to folks within that age group. It's fascinating, literally type of coloring and Dawn showed
What
the
kind of
logos.
research do you do for that age group? Do you like, I don't know, for instance, just ask anyone in that age group? Do you have like, is there a process?
Well, we conducted a survey.
You do conduct a
With
survey?
the help of the advertising agency. Yep, they conducted a survey and reached out to that age group to see what their reaction to Bristol is. First of all, whether it was those who already reside here in Bristol, and it was people from outside of Bristol. What is their perception of Bristol?
Oh, okay, I see.
So that helped us to learn how to market to these folks. And then just through their experience and their knowledge, they were able to let us know what colors appeal to this age group, what kind of wording, they like authenticity.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Where do they go to absorb their information,
Yeah,
right? What
yeah.
kind of media? So that is all helping us to roll out this new
And there's a
branding.
whole lot of media out there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
So
you got to
it's-
break through, right?
yeah, you have to break through it. So basically, what they did was they simplified our current Bristol All Heart logo and ramped up the colors, so to speak, right? So it's a brighter blue and simplified the B. And we'll be using this in our new marketing campaign, which is starting to roll out in all the media where this age group goes.
Right. I hear you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So,
so
yeah.
it's such an exciting thing to see for somewhere that, Eric and I moved to the city of Bristol because of your love of small business and the support and everything. And I've loved just watching the city grow in so many wonderful ways and the marketing along with it and the great work that you do with all the businesses. I mean, it's such a cool cumulative thing. And I'm so excited to see these really start to roll out and hear people's feedback.
Yeah. We hope it helps all the local businesses. We have so many great new businesses that have come.
So
to
what do you
town.
do? You approach these small businesses and say what? I mean, like
Well, it's a little bit of. There's a couple different tactics.
if you're a new business coming to
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, that's where Justin comes
Oh,
in.
like so the process can range from And this actually goes to your point too about why would businesses in other communities even approach the local government, right?
Yeah.
There's so many different things that we can help with. And businesses might not know this. So to get to your question,
This is the stuff that I needed to know.
yeah,
Ask her, she'll tell you.
yeah. It starts a lot with folks who don't yet have a business and don't necessarily know where to start. They have a skill, they have a passion, but they don't have an understanding of how to finance their business. Or oftentimes it starts with a space. An entrepreneur drives by and sees the perfect location, like that storefront that they've been dreaming about, but maybe they haven't done a business plan yet. Or it's at that space that they're looking at is not the appropriate zone, right? So it varies how we can help businesses, but we can help in some way.
Okay.
And that's the story for newer businesses. But I always
Now,
say,
does that include like grants and stuff like that?
yep.
Okay.
Depending on what programs we have at the time, it's our job to sort of like slot that business into the appropriate program if there is one.
Okay. I see.
And a lot of times there's a program that's appropriate if the business isn't quite ready for it. So obviously the job is to how do we get you ready for
Now,
that
these
program.
grants are for growth of that business. Is that how it works, or is it to get it up and running, or
All the above.
What kind of red tape do they have to go through?
All the
Is it a
above.
big process? Do you have like certain grant money for this type of business versus this type of business, restaurant versus whatever?
We don't generally break it down by type of business.
You don't?
We like to be
Okay.
as broad as we can.
Okay.
We do have we did have a manufacturing program that was specific for those folks, but generally, pretty much any program that we have is available to any type of business.
Okay, I see.
We historically have helped businesses improve their space, right? We like to invest taxpayer funds in a physical improvement that you could point to.
Okay, I
and
see.
that's going to be there. So generally, we've helped businesses on their spaces. But like I said, we had a manufacturing program that we helped manufacturers access consultants because we sort of realized that was a need in that industry.
Okay.
We have small grant programs. We have a revolving loan program it's been so successful. I've had to obtain additional funding to relaunch it.
Now, how do these people find out about these grants?
They come to our office.
A lot of times it's directly through us, but Dawn does a great job of promoting it on our website.
Okay.
Word of mouth.
What website is that? So,
BristolHeart.com.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a pretty robust economic development page for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's a never-ending battle, just getting the word out there and making sure folks know about it. But word of mouth has worked pretty well.
So, what do you guys have, like a set budget on which you can spend per year, or how does that?
It's not
the whole thing work.
It's not necessarily per year. I've been very lucky in recent years that when there is a city surplus and there's the possibility of some funding, it comes our way to fuel some of our programs. It's not always the case. Right now, I'm kind of working through that and figuring out different ways to fund our programs if that's what my board desires.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily a set thing that I could count on every year. It's more of just a constant monitoring of our budget. And
Yeah. See,
adjusting.
these are things I didn't know, and I still don't. But I don't need the funding now. But if I need to hit you guys up,
Hit us up. Yeah.
but no, honestly, a lot of our listeners don't know where to even start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, what if you're like from out of state? Do they have their own place to go to?
Well, it depends,
yeah.
I think, on where you are, right? But you always have some point of contact in your own local town or city.
Usually, I mean,
Or
the
area.
smaller towns, they may not have a dedicated staff person that runs an economic
okay.
development, but the first select person or the mayor, there is someone at City Hall that wants to talk with you or
Yeah.
Town Hall.
Okay, that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, most towns get it. Like businesses are in many ways the lifeblood of the
Economic
community.
drivers.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are going to be people that want to talk with you, want to help you.
Yeah.
It's easy when there's a dedicated department like we have, and many larger towns have it. And that's like my one piece of advice for folks that are entrepreneurs, have a business today. Call your local government. There are people there that can help you and maybe offer you information that you had no idea.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was blind when I started my businesses.
Yep.
So I had no idea at all. And she's still teaching me new tricks, you know?
Well, I still remember the first time Eric and I met with you at Eddie's at Cafe Royale right
coffee,
here
yeah.
in town, and we had no idea what we were doing. None. And we were trying to find a space, and then I remember Eric and I talked one night about that place on Riverside, which was the car dealership, which is no longer there. And that was the dream. We were going to put the bazaar there. That was going to be everything. We were up until 3 a.m.
Where is this on Riverside?
The building just came down.
Yeah. I don't remember the address.
Is it
of
on
it.
Riverside Avenue?
It's in the
Yes, it
200s.
was
I
an
forgot
old-
the exact.
Very old
Yeah.
car dealership.
yeah.
Needed lots
it's,
of
It's
love.
being
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, they,
was-
they just leveled it
it was
like
blighted.
this summer,
Yeah,
this past summer.
It's construction
A year ago,
staging right
Yeah.
now. But
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I remember the nervousness we felt because we had no idea what we were doing, and we reached out on a whim in hopes that we could make some sort of connection. And I mean, to this day, we're forever grateful for everything you've done for us, and same with you, Dawn. So to everybody who's listening, don't be afraid. Reach out, call, connect, network, however you can find your way to get yourself in front of someone like these two amazing people that can truly
The other
make a
thing
difference.
CD does is not only offer advice to small businesses how to get started, but we are the conduit with all the departments within City Hall that you have to go through to get your business up and running.
Yes.
Right? We can make those connections for you and help you learn how to navigate all of that.
Oh, that's great.
Because
That's
it's more than
tremendous.
just our department, right?
that's awesome.
We have to work hand in hand with zoning and land use,
Building.
building.
So
and
you guys
fire
do all
marshal,
that for them,
health. No,
Not necessarily for them. It depends.
or you
Like,
just
it-
push them in the right direction?
Yeah, like
We
had
make the
we had a
connections.
business yesterday that came in. Actually, I hope we can talk more about them in the future. But little small business, and the young man. Actually, he's not originally from this country, so he's kind of like a little bit of a language barrier.
Okay.
But he needed building department assistance, and I've been working with him for weeks on some different issues. It's so convenient. Building department's next door, so I had the time.
That
and
helps.
it's not always that perfect.
Yeah.
But the idea is, to Dawn's point,
Yeah.
we link, and another we link businesses to departments within the city of Bristol, but it's also different organizations outside the city. SBDC is a great example,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Small Business Development Center out of Yukon, actually, federally funded. They're independent, and they can sit down with business owner or entrepreneurs and help them with business planning. Or that's kind of stuff I can't get that in depth with something like that, with helping a business plan out their future. In
Sure.
that, I'm just not. It's
Yeah,
a
they have to do
conflict.
some work.
Yeah, and there's could be conflicts there, but these groups are perfect for that.
and we have the
SBDC.
resources to
Scores
connect
another
them.
great one.
I was just going to say, SCORE is another amazing group that's free. So very affordable for a new or, continuing small business owner. I'm a SCORE mentor myself.
What score?
So SCORE is another, nonprofit type of group that's full of people who have had experience running a business, being an entrepreneur. And what we do is we get on the phone with people, whether it's in person, on Zoom. I think I talked with somebody who was in Wisconsin a few
I
weeks
didn't know.
ago.
You
Yeah,
could
I
go
got
across
connected to a woodworking gentleman who was looking for guidance on how to grow. And so what SCORE does is it'll help you as an entrepreneur and connect you with somebody who has experience in your field, whatever type of business or whatever type of help you're looking for within that realm of your business. So this gentleman happened to be a woodworker in Wisconsin looking for help with marketing. So we got
you go.
aligned and we had a couple of calls. He was really wonderful. But again, another free resource for people to go to that they may not know exists unless you get connected, or you do a lot of Googling and you happen to fall down that rabbit hole. I think I found out about it either from you guys or from the chamber or both. And it was truly wonderful. And CTSBDC, I think, came from you guys
Val.
as well.
Yep,
And Val has been, I don't have words for Val. He's amazing. He helped us in such a really hard time with the Bristol Bazaar when we were going through that, those opening struggles with funding that had been taken from us, unfortunately. He helped us get through that and resolve everything. And we still to this day keep in touch for other growth plans we have for our businesses. So yeah, so much value in those groups.
Yeah. So we're happy to make those connections, and for Dawn again too, on the for businesses that are newer, we help with the ribbon cutting and
Yep.
with initial promotion for businesses. Another business came in today with just that need that I haven't even talked with Dawn about yet. But he's been here. He's been open since January. Sometimes businesses just need to get going.
Sure.
Like there's not a luxury of waiting. They get going. They actually get busy, establish themselves. Next thing you know, it's 6 months later, and they haven't had that opportunity to announce themselves to the community. So Dawn does a
another
great
service.
I
job.
don't think I've announced myself to the community.
Let's do a grand opening.
Yeah, we'll do a ribbon
even
cutting.
even you said that to me. You're like under the radar kind of business.
We have
It's
a
true.
lot of those.
Yeah.
we have a
Yeah,
lot of
and that's
those.
okay too. Like,
yeah.
No, I want more. I'll take more.
But we try to reach out to as many businesses as we can.
I'm right here.
We started an initiative when I came to the city almost 7 years ago now, where we honor businesses who have been under the radar and have been here a long time. And we need to make the community aware that they're here. They've been here for a long time. So we acknowledge them with an anniversary presentation. So anybody who's been in business 30 years or more. And when you start diving into that, you find that there's been a lot of businesses here. We just acknowledged a 180-year-old business. Wow.
What?
Yeah, over 100-year-old businesses.
You're
How do
well on
you
your
fly
way.
under the I got a long way to go then.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So, there's we try multiple ways to reach out to businesses that we don't ever come to us or don't.
You know
even
what's funny? I I put my thing in the business directory.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh yeah.
yesterday or today? And then soon she comes in, she goes, "You just registered, didn't you?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that was you who emailed me back?" I had no idea.
Yeah. So
awesome.
your business has been listed for quite a while.
Yeah, I had no idea.
on the
I had
site.
no idea.
But that's another way we try to reach out. I do a quarterly newsletter. Is that where you saw it? I'm not sure where you found
I
that.
think so. I think that's exactly
the
what it was.
Quarterly newsletter.
Yeah.
And so we always make the community aware and businesses aware that you can list on our website under the community and business directory. We have several ways to get the word out there about all of our Bristol businesses.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's what I saw, and it
we
just
just-
triggered something in
yeah,
my
we
head.
just need to hear from you.
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
she
we don't
wrote she
always
wrote
know.
back, "You're an idiot. You're already listed."
No.
No, she did not.
Well, you also do work with CT Visit, right? The state
Yes,
website for
yes.
businesses here in Bristol.
Yes, so-
So that's another great connection
Yeah,
that you
we
have.
try to encourage every business here in Bristol to be listed on ctvisit.com because
I have
it's
to write this stuff down.
it's their
You think I'm joking?
it's their marketing dollars,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And it's free for any business all over the state. But we want to get as many Bristol businesses.
Oh,
up
I'm
there
definitely gonna have to hit
because
that
when
up.
people
Yeah,
go to ctvisit.com and they Google things, what can I do this weekend? Our businesses will rise to the top,
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
absolutely.
and
Tricks like
they'll
that.
come here.
Yeah.
Instead of
There's a
going
lot of stuff going
to
on
another
here.
town.
There is a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going on
sure.
here.
Yeah, we utilize, which we should better utilize actually, the city's calendar of events. We utilize the CT Visit events all the time for the different workshops
Yep.
and events we have
Sure.
going on. So now I have my own mental homework that I need to do.
As if you have the time.
But it makes a huge difference the more that people are searching for things to do, whether it's things to do in Bristol or whatnot, and whether it's your calendar listing that pops. I mean, that could be a huge conversion change for a small business.
Yep.
So if anybody is looking, look at your town, your city website, and usually there's some sort of free option to list what you have going on for events.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds good. All right. So to wrap things up, is there any other advice you can give to our listeners? Each one of you, if you can give us one little tidbit or something like that to recommend.
Gosh, we've gone over so much. I,
I know.
I really think, just from our perspective, let the economic development office in your community or your mayor, first select person, be your first call. A lot of times, we talked about a lot of folks sort of fall in love with a space, or this is entrepreneurs fall in love with a space, fall in love with what their business might be in 3 years. But you have to have a really good handle before you do anything on your plan, right? And be ready to. I mean, you lived through this, right? Both of you, as new business owners, you have to be ready for those first hard couple of months,
Yes.
maybe couple of years.
Years.
Years,
and,
yeah.
and to plan for that, maybe save extra for that. But if you can get through that period like you're experiencing, it could be really good. But don't jump into the pool until you know there's water in there, and use the local government to help with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and even
And you?
after your established business, don't forget about the ECD because we can also do things for you. We can help.
I will
market
definitely
you.
be doing that.
We have incentives.
Because I would like to give up one of my businesses just so I can, rely on the other one. But
Good point.
yeah.
point.
So is that it? Is that any more?
Yeah,
any more
Well,
tips?
thank you for having us.
Yeah, you guys are
Absolutely.
welcome.
Yeah.
This was
Awesome.
great. I hope
Appreciate it.
that everybody who's listening or viewing really heeds your words and takes your advice. Because again, I can speak just from my experience about how wonderful it truly has been to have you guys work with us and partner with us in so many ways. I don't think we would be at the level we're at without your guys and all of your support. So thank you very,
Thank you.
very
Yes,
much.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Thank you both.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into Small Business Social. A huge thank you to both of you guys again for being here and sharing your stories and inspiring us to keep creating and supporting local. Special thanks to our sponsors, the Bristol Bazaar and Seymour Media, for supporting us on the show. If you loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We've got more amazing small business owners and experts coming your way. Until next time, keep supporting small and spreading big ideas.